This is my Star Wars story, and by that I mean every LEGO Star Wars set that I have ever received, including a few special ones. Now, this is all of the sets that are still built, put together. Not all of my sets that I have are put together. These are the sealed ones that are still in box. I have this one that's broken down, but the pieces are kept together. And this is like my special bin that we'll take a look at later in the video. So even though not all of my sets are still built, I have the instructions. So let's take a look at those so we can see exactly what sets I have. So here's all my Star Wars instructions. I usually divide them up. The biggest ones on the bottom, then they go smaller and all the way to the smallest ones. I keep all my instructions in Steelite drawers. It helps divide up all the themes and stuff like that. But we'll start with the smaller ones and work our way up. So I have some of the newest ones up here. We have Captain Rex's Y-Wing. We have the Bark Speeder, which comes with a surprisingly small instruction manual. This is a 501st Battle Pack. We have a Microfighter for Boba Fett, a Microfighter for a Wookiee. This is an old one. This is I don't know exactly what it's called. I think it's like a battle pack though. You can see the instructions are like kind of tore up, and you can see some of the sets that came back in the day next to it. But that was super cool. I only got that one out. That's the only other one that I got. But yeah, the instructions are kind of destroyed because this is really old when I didn't take care of my stuff as much as I do now. Then after that, we have a couple more like battle packs, I guess. So this is like the Royal Guards, but they're black. And then we have some Shadow Troopers. And then we have some of the Red Royal Guards, as well as some of the Death Star Troopers. Moving up to the more larger instructions, Vanilla Battle Pack. I guess I have a lot of battle packs. So this is like the First Order one. And this one comes with a Flame Trooper, which is personally one of my favorite probably troopers that the First Order has. We have the 501st, the original battle pack. Anakin's Starfighter. We have Darth Vader's transformation. I don't know if it's called, I don't know exactly what it's called, but this is where he transforms into Darth Vader, which is a super cool set. I'm glad I was able to get that one. We have a droid tank. I think this is a droid tank, or like a tank droid. Has some cool minifigures and my only Jango Fett that I have. Then we have Rey's Speeder, which is kind of chunky. We have General Grievous's little bike, which is another cool set, and I was able to get General Grievous with this set. You have another like small battle pack. It doesn't seem like it's a very fair fight because there's 4 droids versus 1 clone trooper. This is like Commander Nico or something like that. This is a cool one. I really like this one. I was able to get a couple of the super battle droids. Then we have this Christmas one, which is a more recent set. You can tell because the white background for the instructions, to back in the day they had more colorful. So LEGO's finding ways to cut cost and charge you more. Then we have the Phantom that goes the original Phantom, I think. So this is the first one that they ever made, and I was able to get some of the sets. It's really cool. I like in the instruction manuals how you can see some of the other sets that release next to the set. So there's the Ghost right there. And then there's some other cool sets like that Check 14 like ship is pretty cool. So that's that. Here's one that doesn't have the front or back, but they also back in the day Lego had like these little stories, so it would kind of show you like how you could play with it. So this is pretty cool, but you can see the thing is missing the front because again back in the day I didn't really take care of my stuff that good. Then we have Skiff, I think it's called. They just made a new one that's like $90, which is crazy. But I have this old one. It was a super cool set. Some of the pieces are brittle brown though, so they have cracked. And then we have an AAT tank, and I was able to get Jar Jar. And yeah, just cool. I don't think it's the best looking AAT, but it's pretty cool. Then we have this one. This is a really cool one. So this is Darth Maul with his 2 like Darth Maul troopers. I don't know, Mandalorian troopers that are in that super cool like dark metallic color. This was a super cool set. One of my favorites to play with. there's like some scenes and stuff in the background and what sets released next to it. That was back when Count Dooku was released. So this is a pretty cool set. Then we have a more recent one, which is one with Mandalorian and Tusken Raider. First ever Tusken Raider I was able to get. Then we have, these are some of the special ones, I'll say. So we have Captain Phasma, the buildable figure. We have Kylo Ren, the buildable figure. Darth Vader, the buildable figure. And General Grievous, the buildable figure. A lot of people don't like these sets, and I'll talk more about that later. And then we have the Maz's castle set with Kylo Ren. That lightsaber was awesome. I was super excited to get him. The helmet is, I think, a little bit chunky, but you know they can only do so much to fit around a big chunky Lego head. Then we have the Naboo Starfighter, and it comes with Obi-Wan, some Droidekas, and pretty cool. I definitely like the build of these Droidekas better than the new one. Lego just can't seem to get those right. Then we have a droid carrier. So this is like the new one that was GWP that released. I got the one back in the day because I really liked battle droids. Now, it's super battle droids too, but I just like droids in general, even though they're not the most posable and playable, but I really like them, so I got this one. This was like my first set that I spent my own money on. Yeah, and I think it really retails for like $40. So first set I ever bought right here. Then getting into the bigger ones, we have, it's a ATDT, I think is what it's called. This is an interesting one because it actually builds like this. Like you can see the pictures up front, but then when you build it, it's still sideways like normal, but it's flipped like this. And I was able to get Agent Callus in this one. Then we have Kylo Ren's Starfighter. Super cool set. This set just looks so awesome. Then we have the last one, which is actually Captain Rex's ATTE. And this is super cool set. I had plans for this, but then they changed because of stuff Lego released. So I'll talk more about that later on this video as well. But now, since we are done with the instructions, we're going to take a look at sets that are built. Then I'll take a look at some of the Ella sets that are, put together. Then we'll take a look at the boxes, the ones that are sealed in their boxes. And then last and definitely not least, we'll take a look at the minifigures, because I have some pretty cool ones and I'll show you all of those. So taking a look at some of the sets that are still built, a lot of them are more recent sets because I have broken down a lot of my Star Wars sets because I don't have a whole ton of space for them. You can see the one with the Tusken Raider, and then the little tent is over here. I have some cool ones in here too. So this is Boba Fett's microfighter, which is super cool. I was able to get the Boba Fett. You can see the walker right here. This is my only two-legged walker, and I think they've only made like two types of two-legged walkers. This one and then the ATSTs. And this one's cool, but it's just not my favorite. I would rather have the ATSTs. But then to use the AT or AAT, it's the only one I have. I think it's really cool. I want Lego to make a Nelotan one. Although if they did that, it would probably be super expensive. So maybe not. We have a little stap in here. A 501st clone speeder. Have quite a few speeders in here actually. So this is like the Empire Scout speeder. Then we have the Bike speeder right here. And then this is Darth Vader's transformation. I used to keep him on here all times, but this is a pretty cool set. I really, really like this set. Had some cool play features. Oh, I guess here are some of the figures that aren't minifigures, but we have medical droids and stuff like that. This is the big medical droid. So here's that set. We have, oh my goodness, it's a lamppost. This is the coolest part of any set probably. A lot of people really don't like it, but I think it's pretty cool. Let's see. We have another speeder thing with these super cool shields and those little shocky things where that guy took out Finn, which was awesome. One of the best parts of the movies. Then we have the I don't know what type of walker this is, ATRT maybe. For the 501st, we have Anakin's Starfighter, super cool. Hey, look, Anakin's still in there. I'll take him out and we'll take maybe a closer look at him. This is super cool. My first like really Starfighter I ever got, so super cool set. Then we have take a look at Kylo Ren's. So this Kylo Ren's Starfighter is awesome. Like how you can hold it. I had so much fun playing with this. The fire on the back and stuff. You could shoot missiles out and stuff. But I took them out so the springs wouldn't get wore out on it. But yeah, super cool ship. We have another speeder. This is the Mandalorian speeder from the Tatooine. Then we have the little walker for the new 501st Battle Pack, and then we have the N1 Starfighter or the Naboo Starfighter, whatever you want to call it. And this is super cool. I think this is the most recent one LEGO has made, other than the Mandalorians, which is still sealed in box. Had this play feature where you could shoot the bullets out and stuff like that. I think it looks really cool. I really, really like this set. I remember when I got it back in the day, and I had so much fun. Like, this type of ship is so cool. I just really like it. And then probably one of the coolest things is the stand for it. So it came with a little stand, which is super cool. And you can just, it's kind of hard doing it, especially with one hand. There we go. It's on the stand now. That's super cool. Now let's take a look at this. So this is Captain Rex's ATTE, and it's broken down. My original plans for it, after I broke it down and washed the pieces and stuff like that, I was going to rebuild it to look like a real ATTE, make it look accurate to like a real one, not like a junk scrap one. But then before I got to it, LEGO released that one. So now I'm having second thoughts. Should I try to build this into an ATTE, like a real one, or should I just, part it out or put it back together how it was? Let me know in the comments. Like, I would love to hear from y'all. Like, do you think I should still try to make this into a regular ATTE, or should I just, part it out completely or rebuild it and have it displayed somewhere as soon as I get more space? And then in this special bin, this is like the special bin I was talking about. So in here is the buildable figures. So these are sets, but like they're not like the average. They have pieces sets. This is like the buildable figure ones. A lot of people do not like these. Personally, when I was a kid, me and my brother had a blast playing with these. These were so fun. I always seem to get the tallest, so I got like all of the tallest figures that they released. Unfortunately, we won't be able to collect all of them, and we definitely won't be able to collect the ones that are more recent. We got some of the first ones that came out. But yeah, I had to break them down to fit them all in this. General Grievous's legs and stuff. I mean, they were so much fun. We would switch up the suits and the helmets and capes and stuff like that to make our own figures. And it was just super cool and a lot of fun. I really like these. Obviously, I wouldn't say I think LEGO should go back to making these, but I really do enjoy them. And if I had the money, I would probably buy all the old ones that we weren't able to get, because I had a lot of fun with these, and I just think these sets were really cool in general. But now, since we're done with all the sets that are put together, let's take a look at the sealed sets. So here are all of the sealed sets that I have not yet put together, even though some of them are from back in the day. So like this one is the GWP, the droid carrier one. It's going for quite a bit of money, and I didn't plan on selling it, but I might have to. And then this is not really a set, but it's that little coin. Let's see if I can get a point with one hand. So it's like that little coin, that Lego. So it's not really a set, but it's Star Wars, and it is Lego. So I guess I can include it in this because technically it's not really a build or anything like that. Then we have a couple of battle packs. So we have Ahsoka's battle pack, which I have not yet built. And then we have this new battle pack that they made that I haven't built yet. Jedi Bob Starfighter, super cool. Overpriced, but super cool. Then we have this one, which is another overpriced set. Has some cool minifigures, but yeah, just not worth $50 or $40. Obi-Wan's Starfighter, which is staying out for another year. Supposedly, there's supposed to be uh Ultimate Collectors series, so a UCS set for Star Wars. That's going to be Jango Fett's Slave One. So that's gonna be super cool. And if I did get that, it would pair up super great with this. We have the Mandalorian's N1 Starfighter, which I literally bought, planning on selling it in the future, even though I don't know if it will do good. We have a couple of sets over here. This is one of those little hearth, like it's like a battle pack, and I really like these. They were cheaper than battle packs, and you got free figures and some builds and stuff like that. So some e-webs and stuff. This is a cool like little set, and I think these are going for a little bit more than what they retailed. So I might sell this, but I just haven't decided yet. Then we have this one, which is Boarding the Tantive Boy, and it has the exclusive ARC Trooper 5s, which is one of the main reasons I got this set. But I was also able to get Stormtrooper, which is I haven't got a Stormtrooper in years. I mean, the last Stormtrooper was super old, and I'll show you that figure when we take a look at the minifigures. I was able to get a new Darth Vader and then some Rebel Troopers, which I have not got yet. And then the last one is like a Mandalorian battle pack, which has some cool figures in there. And then we have Darth Maul's Sith Infiltrator, which also has an exclusive minifigure, Saw Gerrera, but he's not my favorite figure. I'm thinking about selling this, but haven't decided yet. I really wanted this ship like back in the day, and as soon as I got it, even though it is cool, I'm just thinking about selling it to buy other Lego stuff. But that is all of the Star Wars sets that are sealed in box that I have not built yet. Now let's take a look at everybody's favorite part of the sets, which is probably the minifigures. So this is another steal I've been. Not all of these figures in here are Star Wars, just this section that I divided up with cardboard. So let me take these out, and then I'll roughly organize them, and we can take a look at all of the minifigures that I have. So here is all of my Lego Star Wars minifigures. I didn't put these in here, but I do have droids and droidicas and super battle droids in here, and like R2D2 and stuff. So I do have some of them, but they're not really minifigures. So I'm not gonna take a too close of look at those. So I have these kind of divided up into certain categories. So here we have all the Mandalorian minifigures. You can see some of the Darth Maul Mandalorian figures. Then we have Jango Fett, two Boba Fett's, the old one and the new one, and we have the Mandalorian. Then down here we have some creatures, you could call them. We have two Geonosians, two Gunkins, which that one is Jar Jar. We have a Tusken Raider, uh, like a Christmas decorated Ewok. Then we have Grogu, two of him. I think they're exactly the same. Then we have some random people up here, like some thugs and stuff. Lego actually just remade this guy in the UCS Jabba sail barge. We have Maz Katana. This is a random rebel trooper. Like this is like the only rebel trooper that I have. So he's there. Then we have one Wookiee, and then we have my only C-3PO that I have. He has a sweater on. Just under him, we have some of the leaders, I will say, but not really leaders. So we have the little Anakin. Then we got Agent Callus. We have a one Rey minifigure, Ezra Bridger, Finn, Princess Leia, and then my only Lando Calrissian minifigure. Up here, we have three pilots. So this is a Naboo pilot. Then we have this random guy, don't know who he is. And then we have a regular X-Wing pilot, which I don't know. It's not supposed to be Luke. It's just some random X-Wing pilot. Then next, we'll take a look at these four. So these are like the Emperor Palpatine's guards, but then we have like the, I don't know what you want to call them, shadow guards or whatever. So there's four of them. Then up here we have all of the Sith. So there's Anakin that's burnt up, my first ever Darth Vader with his old helmet. A newer Darth Vader that has his new helmet, and this is the burnt up Anakin face. Then we have the fifth brother. We have Darth Maul with his long robot legs, General Grievous. Then we have Evil Emperor or Emperor Palpatine. We always called him Evil Emperor though. So that's his regular cloak, and then we have like his Christmas one. Then there's Kylo Ren without his helmet and a scar, and then Kylo Ren with his helmet. Over here to the right, we have the Jedi figures. So we got Luke, we got Obi-Wan.
Hello there.
Then we have Calorie Beck, we have Barriss Offee, and then a young Obi-Wan Kenobi. Then down here is all of like my troopers. So we have a bunch of 501st, like the regular. Then we have the heavy, a sniper, a rocket or a jet trooper. Then we have like a 501st commander. And we have one single 212th trooper. Then down here we have some of the phase 1 regulars. We have 2 bomb squads. And then this is a OIF trooper. Then we have some of the commandos down here. This is like Commander Neon, something like that. Then we have Commander Glee, and then this is just a regular commander that's in the Horn Battalion. Then we have some of the First Order up here. These are regular troopers, as well as a flame trooper, and then one of like their lieutenants or something like that. Then we have 2 of the regular stormtroopers, and then 2 of these like combat walker like troopers, and then 1 scout trooper. Then we have some specialized troopers down here. So we have 2 shadow troopers, 2 Death Star troopers, 1 death trooper, 1 First Order pilot, which I gotta say, this helmet is so cool. And then this guy, I can't remember exactly what his name is, but I'll throw a picture. This is a instruction manual that I did not have, but I did have this set at one point. So this guy's super cool, and I have his droid as well. Then up here we have like the old clones. So we have Commander Wolf, Commander Gregor, and the old Captain Rex, as well as regular Captain Rex, which is awesome, even though people don't really like him that much. Then this I threw in the clone because technically she is clone, and that is Omega. So out of all of these minifigures, which ones are my favorite? I'm gonna scoot the other ones aside and put up like I don't know how many. I'll just pick out a few of my favorites, as well as some of the ones that I think are worth some money. So out of all of those minifigures, these are some of my favorites. So we have the new Darth Vader helmet, Darth Vader, and underneath is the burnt up Anakin face. So he's one of my favorites because Darth Vader is just one of cool character, one of the best characters I think in Star Wars, as well as the burnt up Anakin. I really like this figure. This one is just super cool. Then we have a few of the troopers. So we have a Death Trooper. I really like their helmets, and Death Troopers are just awesome. Scout Trooper. This is kind of a plain one, but for some reason, I really like Scout Troopers, and this helmet just looks amazing. Like, I mean, it's just such a cool helmet. So I really like this Scout Trooper, and I also really like the First Order TIE Pilot. The helmet also looks awesome. One of my all-time favorites is probably a Flame Trooper. I really, really like Flame Troopers. For some reason, they're just so cool looking. Like that helmet, I just think looks awesome. So that's why he's up here. Then we obviously have Captain Rex. This is the only one I have. A lot of people have a lot of complaints by him, but hey, it's Captain Rex minifigure, and I dropped him. But I think he is really cool. Yeah, they probably could have done things to make him look a little bit better, but I think he's just probably one of my favorite minifigures that I have that of Star Wars. And then the most expensive minifigure that Star Wars that I probably have is probably this guy, the Fifth Brother. I think he's worth like $80 or $90 or even more because technically he is used. He's not brand new. So I think he's worth around $80, which is pretty expensive. And I think he is the most expensive Lego Star Wars minifigure that I own. So that is every Lego Star Wars set and minifigure that I have in my collection. If you like this video, then you'll probably like the video that just popped up on your screen about every Lego Jurassic Park / World set in my collection. I hope y'all enjoy this video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and let's go to the next one.